It should be clear fairly soon who the next US president will be, but which of the two is likely to be better for India? Kamala Harris is of course of Indian origin. It's not certain how far that would deliver anything. On the other hand, Trump and Modi have had a close personal relationship for some time now. Experts do seem agreed that on the purely political front, either would seek good ties with India.
And it's recently been, by recently, I mean in the last decade or so, has been reinforced by a strategic convergence. So I think this is important to stipulate in the case of either event.
I think both of them will be inclined to prioritize the Asia Pacific to the extent possible. In Trump's case, it might be easier because he'll be less inclined to focus on Europe, where Harris, I think, is more concerned about what's going on in Ukraine and what it means for European security in NATO. I think both of them, there would be similarities in the sense that both have expressed concerns about the strategic consequences or implications of China's rise. And so the United States is looking for partners in the region, hence the Quad and its, tightening of relations with other countries in the region.
Differences that have arisen with the Democrats in government have not erased the strategic relationship.
There have been misgivings about the direction of Indian politics on the Democratic and center-left side of American politics, but this has not really inhibited or slowed the importance of the strategic relationship. So I certainly think that will continue no matter who is elected.
But the differences have not disappeared either. Principally, they have arisen over the US indictment of a senior Indian official in an alleged plot to assassinate Gurpatwant Singh Pannu, the Khalistani proponent and US citizen. The current thinking in government circles in Delhi appears to be enter Trump, exit Trudeau, all sorted. It may not turn out to be that simple, though India could have an easier ride on that front with Trump.
I would think that, these matters would be of greater concern, broadly speaking, to a Harris administration than a Trump administration.
One parallel that is being raised looks worrying for India.
The long-term strategic partnership, I'm not sure what to call it, between the United States and Saudi Arabia was very, very seriously affected by the murder of Khashoggi in the Istanbul consulate. And the U.S. intelligence community was absolutely certain that this was known about and ordered by Mohammed bin Salman. So the evidence that the United States says it has of Indian security services involvement in this is going to be troubling for relations. It hasn't, of course, reached the crisis point of relations between India and Canada.
In the end, it may not be up to the government in the US or in Canada at all. There is a substantial separation of the government from judicial processes in both countries.